What conclusion did you come to?
Well, my conclusion is really kind of a reinterpretation of the causes of the Haitian Revolution, which would be sort of added to the existing literature. That I found that enslaved people in the northern part of Saint-Domingue, where the revolution broke out, were in the grips of a terrible environmental crisis that was caused by the French, both deliberately and accidentally. Deliberately in the sense that the French transformed the environment. They cut down the trees, they planted very profitable crops in sugar and then later coffee, and they brought in hundreds of thousands of people from Africa and enslaved them to work on those plantations. So that was something that was deliberate, the transformation of the environment. Second thing that they did that was also deliberate was they deliberately did not grow food. They wanted to focus on the things that they did best in the colony, which was grow sugar. And for years and years and years, they insisted on buying food from overseas. So they brought food from France and they smuggled in food from neighboring colonies. And when France was at war with Britain, as they often were in the 1700s, those external sources of food dried up. And so this is another environmental crisis that enslaved people were caught in, that the French deliberately created, in the sense that they wanted to focus on growing sugar and not food. The third environmental crisis was the mysterious killer, which was actually a bacterial disease that was introduced into the colony by the French. Actually, this was accidental. And it killed livestock and it killed thousands and thousands of people rapidly and mysteriously until really the 1770s and the 1780s, when French doctors and veterinarians began to realize, oh my gosh, the same disease we have in France, which today we call anthrax, had been introduced into Saint-Domingue and was going crazy, particularly in this northern region. So that was the mysterious killer of the 1750s. Its identity was uncovered in the 1780s by colonists, but the idea that enslaved people were trying to poison the whites was an idea that had become established in colonial culture, and colonists could not get beyond that idea. So they continued to torture and execute people for being poisoners, even though doctors and veterinarians all around them were saying, it's not a poison from Africa, it's a bacterial disease like the one we have in France.